Anyway, Tristan Tate responded, 144,000 likes. I think, to be fair, a lot of people don't get the tweet and they think I'm just calling these guys gay or something, which is not what I meant. So Tristan Tate responds, he says, Andrew Tate, more kids than you. Elon Musk, more kids than you. Tristan Tate, more kids than you. Us, rich. You, poor. It's a smart decision not to sign marriage papers at my net worth. You don't understand. You also know zero about my private life. Marriage isn't smart for us. And then he posts a gif of a guy turning out his pockets. Get it? Get it? Because I'm poor. I'm poor. Couple things here. First of all, you wouldn't understand the risk because you're not loaded like me. It's actually backwards. It's actually more of a risk for a middle-class guy than a rich guy. If Tristan Tate gets divorced, maybe he has to give up his super yacht, but he's still rich. He's just less rich. If a middle-class guy gets divorced, he loses his house and has to go live in a one-bedroom apartment and eat microwave TV dinners for the rest of his life. So telling me that I wouldn't understand the risk is a total cop-out. This is a cope. I can't get married. It's too risky for me. You wouldn't understand. No, it's risky for everybody, bro. We're not that. It's not, you don't need 132 IQ, which I have, by the way. You don't need 132 IQ to understand that there's a certain degree of risk that goes along with marriage. Second thing, bragging about your money is less of a flex when you had to violate a normal person's morality and ethics in order to get the money. Now, let me be really clear here.
The funny thing is that there is little to no risk if you don't marry a whore.
Right. So if there was like one piece of advice I would give to guys looking for a wife, you want a woman who goes to church on Sundays. That's like the number one green flag. You know how people love to talk about red flags? The number one green flag is that she goes to church on Sundays, you know, with her parents or whatever. That's the girl you want to marry. You don't want to marry some chick you met at the club who doesn't go to church and has an 87 body count. Anyways, as I was saying, when I say that it's not a flex for Tristan to be rich, I'm not saying that if I decided to become a pimp, I would also become a billionaire. I'm not saying anyone can do that as long as they're willing. Obviously, that's not true. Obviously, Tristan Tate is a more successful pimp and casino operator, which is also something I would never do, for the record, than I would be. I don't have to try it to know that I'd be worse at it than him. But the point stands that I would never do it. Point stands that I would never go down that road to begin with. So, you know, good for you. You're rich. Good job. He got 11,000 likes on this tweet. I'm richer than you and you're poor and I have more kids. 11,000 likes. I said, wealth and honor come from God. Feel free to live your life the way you want and protect your riches. But I'm not taking marriage advice from a dude who's afraid of it. Headshot. 39,000 likes. It's almost 4-1. The ratio, not that we're counting, not that we're keeping score, but for anyone who is, it's almost 4-1. And if you go into the quote tweets, it's a bunch of people being like, imagine getting cooked this badly by a meme account. Holy shit. And then he says, I'm not giving you advice. I'm making a point that you know nothing about me and you're taking swings. If I was legally married to my current partner, you wouldn't even know, as nobody besides the people who live in my house know who she is. My partner, by the way. You don't know anything about me and my partner. You're still upset about my post about Anons or what? So he didn't get the context and also probably thinks I'm an Anon, which I'm not. You have some base takes. If you know zero about my personal life, don't assume and make a fool of yourself. Well, the only thing I assumed is that you're not married, which you confirmed. So I haven't actually made a fool of myself, have I? I said you're not married and you responded and said, yeah, getting married wouldn't be smart for me. So how that equates to me making a fool of myself is anybody's guess. But then he says, especially when you no doubt have a less functional, less numerous family unit than I do. I mean, I'll grant that it's probably less numerous. I've restricted myself to one wife. So yeah, I probably have less kids than the polygamous guy. And I don't even know if polygamy is a sin. I don't think it's a sin to be
Dan
married
Tennant
without
sent
government
$3 bid
papers.
Tristan just
You
on
know,
himself.
I'm not an expert on the theological aspects, but I'm not even here saying like you're living in sin, you're sinning or whatever. But some people probably would. Some people would probably say that having a bunch of children out of wedlock is a sin. Also, if you got like a harem living in your compound with a bunch of children, right? Yeah, that sounds cool in some ways, but if one of those women decides to leave, then that's still a divorce, right? And now you're still sinning. Yeah, I don't even think polygamy is okay, because there's like a passage in the Bible about how if a man gets divorced and then marries another woman and sleeps with that woman, he's committing adultery on the woman he divorced. So if you can't get remarried after divorce, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to get down into the theological weeds, but it's funny how he's like, don't make assumptions, when all I assumed was you're not married, and I was correct. And then he's like, you have a less functional family than I do. Bro, I have the poster child for functional families, okay? And then I just clarified to him, I was like, he had this tweet here. He's like, when Nick Fuentes says that cute wife content is gay, this is what he means. This meme is super duper fucking gay. Super duper, by the way. My partner and me have a super duper family, said the guy calling you gay. All right, okay. You're not cool or cute, and nobody but married losers would laugh at this meme. There are ways of having wives and kids and girlfriends that aren't gay, but this is. Now, the meme, which I cut off in the screenshot here, but it's some guy at a counter cooking a meal, and he's like, married life is easy, just keep her fed, it was kind of like an inverse of that old saying, the way to his heart is through his stomach. So this meme was cringe, but I just said to him, like, this is broadly the topic I'm referring to, right? The topic of like, I don't need advice on how to manage and how to navigate my marriage from a bunch of dudes who aren't married, basically. Simple as. Hey, what up, family? I'm a ding dong. It is I, your boy LP, and the clip you just watched is from my live stream show, The Daily Cope, which I do 4 to 5 times a week on Rumble, Odyssey, and my other YouTube channel. I will link all of them below if you want to check it out. And thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.